Good morrow, everybody.
Ho, 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 ho.
It is 3 o'clock in the morning, and I just jumped on the scale. I'm at 197, so I'm down officially full on 5 pounds. But I also haven't pooped, so we'll see. I'm about to go to Circle K and get myself a Dr. Peppy. I already went there yesterday morning to see if they have Mr. Pibb, and they don't. Because I got sick. I feel like I'm so traumatized from when I was going bald a few years ago, before I got my Hashimoto's diagnosis. So like sometimes when I get sick, my hair starts falling out, and I feel like it's a little bit thinner right there. But we're just gonna ignore that. I need to do a little bit of chores, and then we're gonna chat. Okay. All right. So it's 55 degrees in Florida right now. So like a normal Floridian, I'm wearing my fake fur coat because that's too cold. Look at my Christmas lights. Ho, ho, ho. I wanted everyone to know I live here. Okay, funny story about this jacket. So a couple years ago, my husband and I went to St. Augustine for Christmas. We went to St. Augustine for Christmas. And this is at a time where I had a split dye and bangs. I was so cute. But anyway, I was wearing this jacket and we were walking because we like to visit walkable cities when we travel because I don't want to drive anywhere. We were walking and somebody yelled out their car, "Save the puppies!" And we LOL'd because that's a great joke. That's comedy gold. Some chick with a split dye and a fur coat, like, sir, if you're watching, you're not, because you're a dude. I applaud you. Guys, I got there wasn't any Pibb yesterday. I checked another fridge at the Circle K and I got the last one. So I'm going to have a great morning. I also saw that they have the holiday creamy vanilla in Zero, Coke Zero. So I'm going to try this right now, just to try it, and then I'll bring it to work. I'm going to have my Pibb this morning to do my stuff. It's vanilla Coke. Why was I expecting it to be different? I think it's because I said holiday creamy vanilla. I was expecting Santa Claus to fucking in my mouth or something. Okay. A little bit upset. Very bit upset, actually. Let's do a little test. For those of you who are Coca-Cola fans, if this has a black top, what does that tell you? That it's zero, right? This is not a Mr. Pibb Zero. This is a Mr. Pibb regular. I've been tricked into drinking sugar this morning. I'm very upset. I didn't drink that much because I was like, this tastes fucking weird because I'm used to zeros. Upset. And it's not good, you guys. It does not taste good. Regular Mr. Pibb is not as good as Mr. Pibb Zero. And that's not even like me being like, hey, don't eat sugar. No, this is not good. Mr. Pibb. Señor Pibb? Necesito Señor Pibb Zero. Okay? This is gross. I hate it. It's almost spicier than like Mr. Pibb Zero. I'm so upset. I want to see how much it spiked my blood sugar though. I drank not much. 3 gulps maybe? I'm upset. Mr. Pibb, what the fuck? Okay, they probably do that because they don't want to confuse people who are Coke Zero fans because Mr. Pibb regular is red. But yeah, like what if I wanted a Coke Zero and I grabbed a Mr. Pibb and I popped it like I think somebody made a mistake. I'm going to write a letter. I'm going to fucking say something. Okay, it's been about a half hour since I had some of that Pibb. I'm starting to feel a little bit like when you don't have a lot of sugar and then when you have some, I get jittery a little bit.
right?
Nope, it's rising.
Oh,
I love my sweet girl. I love my sweet girl. Oh, look at the tail. Oh, she's a mama baby.
I'm going to color my hair, and then I'm gonna cut it once I wash the color.
This is mama's little girl. This is mama's little girl. Oh, this is Stinky Baby Minty Baby Kisses. This is my baby. I love you. Don't die ever. Look at her mouth. Alright, so we're in my guest bathroom. I apologize for the echo. I don't know how to fix that. This is the bathroom, and I wanted to get ready and chat at the same time. I'm actually making pretty good time this morning. I did a bunch of chores. Not really. I did 2 chores. I vacuumed the floors, and then I cleaned the dishes and the kitchen. Does that count as 1 chore, or is that 2 chores? The kitchen part, the dishes in the kitchen. Anyway, I've already showered, and I don't wash my hair every day, so I already put my dry shampoo in my hair. I use a 4-bristle brush, 100% 4 bristles to help move the oils down to my ends, because Mama's got dry ends. I've got dry hair overall because of Hashimoto's. I don't know, my nails are brittle, like my skin is always super dry. It sucks, but I do my best to, you know, make it better. But my dry shampoo that I like to use on my head is unconventional. I use diatomaceous earth. Look it up. It's something that people put in their gardens to keep like mealyworms and bugs out of their vegetables. You can use it on your dog to prevent fleas. And I started using it like 7 years ago on my hair because I was noticing how like it was drying out my dog's fur. Like not drying it out, but like removing the shine. And that's basically all you're doing when you're putting dry shampoo in your hair, is you're getting rid of that oily shine. And so that's what I use. Clearly, if you've been watching, you know I like messy hair. I love bedhead. I don't know why. I think I've always been this way. It's just the grunginess in me. And also, I think it's like volume that I like, because I have pretty straight hair. It's not straight, it's like straight and wavy at the same time. I can manipulate it to like hold a wave, but mostly it's straight. So I like a lot of body. I'm really not like, there's like all these rules that Big Beauty has placed on women, and I don't follow those rules. I kind of just do whatever. So I use a baby wipe on my face. I put witch hazel on it every day and night. Because witch hazel cleanses, but also doesn't like over dry your face. I've been using witch hazel since I was like in 7th grade. And I didn't have really bad acne. I haven't had like acne, like troublesome acne since 6th grade. I got all of my puberty stuff done in elementary school, probably because I was like fat. But yeah, I haven't had like acne since 6th grade. As far as like hormones, if I get a breakout now, I can always pinpoint what it is. Sometimes it's from eating sugary stuff, and then usually it's from going to bed without washing my face, or like wearing a thick product on my face, I try a new moisturizer or something like that. I don't wear foundation. I do a tinted moisturizer, but I make it myself because I'm not going to pay somebody else to just mix lotion and foundation together. That's stupid. This is beef tallow lotion, beef tallow and honey. I didn't make it. I put this in there for travel. But anyway, I mixed this with a foundation, a cheapo foundation that doesn't have like I don't like a glossy one. This is satin, but it needs to be non-matte, but what's the word? Glowy? What's the word? Dewy. So this is like satin. So there's a little bit of like extra moisturization in there. Because if you mix a matte with a face cream, you can it'll beat up on your face. Anyway, so I'm mixing this with that. And that's what I put on my face every day. And I don't use SPF. So we can chat about that later though. I know some people are like, no SPF? I'm sorry, I don't. I'm not hiding from the sun. Could get me, baby. I just want my face to be moisturized. And then the foundation like helps with the tone. Maybe it doesn't though. Maybe actually it does on my nose because I'm a little bit insecure about some of the pores on my nose. However, I have noticed that they've shrunken a little bit. I don't even know what I'm doing. What's different? They've shrunken a ton lately and I haven't even changed anything. With all of the medicals, like if you've been following me, first of all, thank you very much for, if you've watched every episode for the last 4 days. If you've been following along, I was sick I was sick after we came home from Ireland. I got a respiratory infection, a kidney infection / UTI, I got just some stuff was happening. And then I woke up this morning with an earache. Oh, actually, yesterday I was eating and like every time I chewed, like it felt like I could feel the bones in my ears move, but that's not, I don't think that happens. It's pressure behind my eardrum. And we have a little camera here that we use. And I could see like every time I like opened my mouth, I could see like the eardrum fluctuating. So my husband always gets ear infections and he was like, that's inflammation. So he told me to use Flonase and I used Flonase because homie's got like 3 bottles lying around and it already feels better. So it definitely was inflammation. I'm also going to get some gum to help like my eustachian tubes kind of open up a little bit. But yeah, that was happening. And then I totally forgot that I have an appointment tomorrow to get a biopsy. So mommy is just going through it right now. And I am tired of going to the hospital and the doctor and all this. And I don't want to come off as somebody who just like always goes, like is always sick, yada, yada, yada. I'm really not always sick. I take pretty good care of myself. I try my hardest. And I'm actually one of those people who has let things get so bad without going to the doctor or to the hospital to the point where like it's terrible. So I'm going to tell y'all a story, and I've told this before, but this is just a warning to anybody who's new. Do not let things go, right? Don't let things go. If it seems abnormal, go to a doctor. So this is what happened to me.
Ho, ho, ho! Robin is about to talk about her period. If you're not comfortable with hearing about blood or any of that jazz, skip ahead to tomorrow, because I don't really know how long this is going to go, but I think it's the rest of the video. Anyway, Merry Christmas.
I have always had heavy, terrible periods, long periods, heavy, awful periods. Like the most, if you can think about like what's the worst period you could have, that's what I had, right? And it wasn't just pain. I really didn't get pain. It was just 100 days or more of heavy bleeding. So if you think about all the consequences that come with that, anemia, general malaise, exhaustion, right? I had that. And I was actually trying to heal it. I don't even ever really know if I'm doing this right. I was trying to heal it naturally with food, which I'm a big advocate that food can heal a lot of ailments, a lot of stuff. You know, your diet is your first form of medicine. I'm a big advocate of that. Big proponer, right? But when it comes to what I was going through, it's not like you need medicine, right? So what was happening was I was bleeding nonstop, and I thought it was a thyroid thing, and they're connected, but they're also like what was going on was not a thyroid thing. I went to a gynecologist, and they gave me emergency like progesterone to help stop the bleeding, and that helped. And then I had to get a special ultrasound where they put water in your uterus to kind of like open it, like fill it up like a balloon, so they can see if there's any polyps or tumors or anything inside your uterus. And I did. I had a couple polyps, so eventually I had to get them. I had what they call a DNC. It's where they like go in and just like scrape everything out, and then they put an IUD in to help with like the hormonal aspect. So I have an IUD, but not for pregnancy prevention. It's to like topically, like directly apply progesterone to my uterus so it doesn't grow any more polyps. So basically what I had was, it's called EIN. I don't really remember. Intraepithelial neoplasia. It's pre-cancer. It's not cancer, but it is the precursor to, like, if I would have kept it going, it would have eventually turned into cancer. And that sucks. So now I have an idea to help prevent it from growing back, and everything's been doing good. But for a while, that was 2 years ago in 2023. So every 3 months I've been getting a biopsy. And then the last couple times I graduated to every 6 months. So tomorrow is my 6-month biopsy, and I forgot about it. And I actually remembered on Monday because I got a calendar reminder from work that I requested it off. And I cried because I was like, when is all, like, I'm tired. First of all, I can't keep missing work, but I mean, I requested this off and my boss is dope, but I don't want to keep missing work because then you come back to work with a mess, right? To all of the stuff that you left behind, and it's just frustrating. But anyway, so I have that tomorrow. And another, maybe I can find her. I think her name was Jordan, but she has the cancer. She got the cancer that I almost got. So I think she had to get she's a TikToker. I made a reel about her here, like a YouTube short. Why is my shit wet? Oops. A YouTube short about her because I almost got the same cancer as her, and I think she had to get her uterus removed. And to be honest, I actually asked, and this kind of pisses me off, but I'm also kind of grateful now, but I asked for a hysterectomy because my husband and I have never really like cared to, have kids. We've been talking about it lately, but I'm still like not 100% on it just because we have a great life now. But when I tell people that and they go, well, you can have a great life with kids. Yeah, that's true, but I'm scared. I hope this is blended okay. If not, it wipes off, whatever. But I'm scared to have kids because I just love our life the way it is now. And the idea of like bringing in a third party, it just scares me. It's just like, I don't know why that's scary. It shouldn't be, because that's what we were put on this planet for, was to create life. You know what I mean? So anyway, that we've been talking about having kids because I do think, that's our purpose on the planet. But anyway, I asked my doctor, I was like, take it out. I don't want it anymore. I don't want to bleed anymore. I'm done. Right? I was just ready. Because this little uterus, this little baby is giving me problems since like I started having periods. I've always had nasty periods. They've always lasted super long. Just awful, right? I think the only time that I don't even think I've ever really truly ovulated. If I have, I can count the amount of times that I've ever ovulated, right? Maybe like 10 or 15 out of 34 years, right? So maybe more. I just don't really know what it's like, but it's annoying. So I wanted to get it taken out, and they're like, you're too young, because I was 32. And they're like, you're too young. Like, don't get too hasty. Both of my doctors, so like my gynecologist and then my cancer oncologist, were like, no, we can fix this. We're going to put this in there and you can get pregnant later. We'll just have to give you yada, 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 XYZ. And that is so hard for me, because when it's like, when you get pregnant and it was kind of like a surprise, like, and you're married and you're doing all the right steps, then you accidentally get pregnant, it seems like a pleasant surprise. But now that we know that we have to plan for it, it seems like such a gamble for me. I don't know why it shouldn't feel like that, right? But if you are in the United States, it's expensive to have kids. And like, I don't know, like, we just started traveling and stuff. I don't know. The idea of having to plan for it just seems not what I was expecting ever. I never ever expected to ever have to plan for kids. I just thought that, somebody was going to drop one at my door one day, right? But anyway, so if we ever want kids, we just have to take the IUD out and then go on a special medication, and then I can get pregnant. Maybe, I guess with the EIN, the precancer, the statistics are odd, but some people were saying it's like a 33% chance that you would get pregnant if you did go on medication to ovulate or get pregnant. And I don't know. It just seems like it's going to be expensive all over. And to be honest, if we don't have kids, like, we're going to be fine. And if we decide that we want to have kids, we can always adopt. There are so many kids in the system in Florida that need a home, and my husband's work actually pays for the adoption. So, like, why wouldn't we if we wanted to adopt? I've always thought that that was like a way cooler idea anyway, too. Although I have a little bit of FOMO that I've never been pregnant before. Like, that seems like fun. This seems like an adventure, but I know it's not. However, there are so many kids in Florida that need homes that seems like a good idea. I've got 2 extra bedrooms. Why am I not filling them with anything, right? And I think I have also an inflated idea of what adoption is like for me. In my head, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm just going to give some kid 2-3 hots in a cot, you know, and they just need a home. No, they need like love. Like, you have to actually like connect with these kids. And I just don't know if I have that like motherly gene. So yeah, the other thing too is like, if we ever didn't have kids, even if we didn't adopt, we were probably put here to do something else. So we, like, you know, maybe we'll be like an animal rescue, or maybe we'll own a bunch of land and we'll just like protect American bison or something like that. You know, that's actually a dream of mine, to have a bunch of land and then be like an animal preserve or something to protect, like maybe American mustangs. Like, you can't hunt on this land, blah, 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 blah. And own a camel. One can only dream. But yeah, I have a biopsy tomorrow, and I will do a vlog of that. I have the entire day off, so it'll give me time to like rest up, because it really does take a lot out of you. It sucks, man. It sucks. Like, it's a biopsy, and I've had, like, how can I get pregnant after all these times that somebody's been up there stealing tissue from my uterus? I don't get it. It just doesn't seem possible. It just seems like like, sometimes I think, are you just trying to grab money from me? Like, I could have just gotten, if I can't get pregnant anyway, I could have just gotten a freaking hysterectomy, but you want to just keep charging me $700 every time, $700 every time to get, to get these biopsies. And you know what? It's worth the money, because I'd rather do this than have cancer. Right, guys? We're being positive about that. We're being positive. The other thing too is it's Florida Cancer Research Institute. So they have a payment plan and they don't charge interest, which I don't think you are allowed to charge interest anyway, but it's really dope. Like, I only pay $30 a month. I will pay the Florida Cancer Institute, because cancer sucks, right? All right, what do you think about this sweater? What do we think about the sweater, guys? I like to wear this when it's kind of cold outside. Usually I wear it with a tank top underneath, but when I go to work, it sucks because I get hot at work and then I don't feel comfortable wearing a tank top in the business. So I'm wearing a t-shirt underneath it today, but I did get hot in here. I'm not a eyeshadow girly, because I do have like some pretty thick hoods going on. God, I need to do my eyebrows soon. I'm not an eyeshadow girly. I am a lipstick girly. And I get that from my mom. And sometimes she'll like remind me and be like, how come I haven't seen you wear lipstick in a while? Because she's one of those people. Like, one time I got to the car with her and she was like, you don't even put lipstick on for your mother? She's one of those. I like it though. She keeps me pretty. She always calls me, cause she had my brothers first and then she had me. And so I was always her doll. So she would tell me, she has pictures of me, like, she dressed me up like a little beauty queen. Cute little like Easter dresses and lipstick. And I'm 4 years old. That's Filipino moms for you. They be doing that. She's so cute. But yeah, I'm a lipstick girly. And then if you were wondering what kind of lipstick this is the Matte Ink by Maybelline. This is the best brand of lipstick. I'm never going to any other lipstick ever. These two are my go-tos. This is like an orangish red. And then this is this like bricky coffee tone, I guess. I don't know. But sometimes I mix them together and I get this perfect brick red. especially if I'm at work, because I keep these in my purse. And if I'm at work and I'm running late and I don't get to do makeup at home, I just do these, mix them together, and then I can like put them on my cheek and it stays all day. Like this, literally, you can't take this off without cocoa butter. So stays on. When we were in Ireland, I put this on. We ate dinner, drank all night. The next day, it was still on. It was like coming off, but it was still there. I was like, yo, this is crazy. But yeah, you can only take it off with cocoa butter. I learned this the first day. I had to look it up on Reddit, like what takes this off, because it's not coming off. I was trying everything. Yeah. Best lipstick ever. And I wasn't really going to do eye stuff today. But when I do eye stuff, I just do a waterline. And then sometimes I'll do eyeshadow, but with the look I'm going for today, I'm not going to do that. All right, there we go. Beauty, Grace, and Miss United States. But she's not done yet. She's got to do mascara as well. So yeah, I don't really do a lot on my face. I mean, this seems like it was a lot, but does that seem like a lot just to me? Do I feel like this is a lot and it's really not a lot? I don't know. Sometimes I feel like I don't know how to be a girl sometimes. I was never really into makeup. I think during the pandemic, I kind of was. I used to do a lot of like funky colors, a lot of glitter. Loved glitter, like glitter eyebrows. I used to do that shit. And I just it just felt like too much. I think it made me feel like I was hiding. So I don't really like to wear a ton of makeup, but I love lipstick. And I like, polishing some stuff. I really need to pluck that, but we're not going to worry about that. You know why? Because I don't really see anybody at work. And if anybody sees me in public in this town, I'm probably cuter than them. A lot of uggos. I mean, we're all beautiful. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed today's vlog. I just didn't really want to do a ton of editing, and vlogs are pretty easy. You just cut out the dead air and then post it. Stay tuned for tomorrow. I will be doing another vlog with my biopsy, and we will, we'll chat some more, okay guys? Thank you.
Come they told me ba-da-ba-ba-bum. I be the biggest king ba-da-ba-ba-bum. We bring a gift to bring ba-da-ba-ba-ba. To bring before the king ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Ra-ba-ba-ba, ra-ba-ba-ba.